Welcome to live. Let's go. Let's get in this live. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Was it 12 something? Okay, everybody, let's get in this live. Let's go. I need everyone to share this video. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I need everybody to share this video. Let's go. We're going back down memory lane. We're going back down memory lane. Back. Somebody put down back down memory lane with DJ Tyson. Now listen, I want to make something clear. First of all, can you all hear my microphone? Can I get a mic check? 1, 2, 1, 2. Can I get a mic check? 1, 2, 1, 2. Provoke with thoughts. Derek, what's up, brother? How you doing? How you doing, brother? How you doing? I'm gonna be sitting here for a minute, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm live. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm live. Everybody get in. I need everybody to share this video. Once you share this video, put 1 in the chat. Once you share this live, put 1 in the chat. Can you hear me? Anybody hear me? Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I start this live. What's up, Dash? Today on this live, somebody will be chosen from this live to receive Kevin's blessings. My donations, I will pick someone out of the chat to have donations be sent to their Cash App. So I need you all to be on board to the end of this live because I have things to do today. I have therapy today, and I also have a wedding to do today. It's going to pay me 700 smackaroos. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so come on, y'all. Let's get in this live. Let's get in this live. Subpoena the parents, free R. Kelly. The parents' hands are in the cookie jar in this whole R. Kelly. Excuse me. R. Kelly situation. And we're going to go back down memory lane and read some transcripts to backpedal on some of Azriel's testimony that will bring forth today on what has still been put in motion by Gene, which is these text messages that was in the discovery that the government didn't want to be in R. Kelly's trial in his defense. So we're going to go back over some transcripts from New York We're going to get up to date. We're going to watch some video clippings of what Azriel said to Gail King and what the mama said, you know, with the news people. So get ready, get ready. Let me do these infomercials, and we're going to get right into it. Let's go. Share this live.
Ain't nobody really fucking with me like they be saying. All these kids know me, you know that they be fake. Gonna grab the lawnmower from me, cut off.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Show me where you started from. Crazy how like what is DJ Tyson? DJ Tyson. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Drove from Chi-Town all the way down to Houston. Didn't have no friends. God knew what he was doing. They say no weapon form against me really shall prosper. On the road by myself, God said I got you. Friends befriended me, then became my enemies. I was down and out, didn't let it get the best of me. Save my dough, stack my papers. Look at me now. Fuck you, haters. Yeah, I said, come for a major comeback. I was on my ass now. When I said, back for a major comeback. I was on my ass now. Up a couple racks. DJ Tyson ain't to be with. The Chicago nigga.
Yeah, this Chicago nigga. DJ Tyson. Follow me on Instagram, DJ Tyson. Yeah. Let's get into my commentary for today. I want to start off with this. Okay? Pay close attention to your screens. Please pay close attention to your screens. How you doing, everybody? I'm the one and only DJ Tyson. Welcome to my live. I need everyone to pay close attention to the screen. This is the mother of Azriel Clary. This is the interview that she did. I've always said YouTube will be your resume. And also, I want to put a lot of my people up on game. Everybody with YTF on your name, everybody that's a mod over here, I want to put you up on game on how the enemy is moving. And we'll talk about it at the end. But right now, let's get straight into this, y'all. Let's get into this.
I'm just really glad that, like, I really appreciate the fact that Lifetime gave us the opportunity to tell the story and let us use use them as a platform to get it out there. I'm a little upset that on our end that, you know what I mean, they didn't put all the pertinent information in our story out. But for me, that doesn't matter. The point is to get my daughter home. So now with all these victims coming forward, then maybe they'll go to the authorities so that will be what will actually.
Let me stop. Right here, she says in this live, the whole purpose is to get her daughter home. That's what she said. She said her purpose is to get her daughter home. Now, from what we read, and I will go back over that again, what's been put in the Bonjean motion, that the mother was in communication with the daughter, and she wanted her daughter to do all these types of tricks and games to whip R. Kelly into a spell so she can get on, so they can get on, or the Clarys can get on, right? That's the plan. But I want y'all to listen to this video because there's some important things in this video you all need to pay close attention to. We're going back down memory lane. Somebody put in the chat, back down memory lane. See, what y'all don't understand, what's been put into motion is just the tip of the iceberg. And in my heart, in my opinion, I believe there is more text messages to come. I really believe there is more text messages to come to show the communication between Azriel and her mother. That's why I was screaming, subpoena the parents, because they put so much out here against this man for their own personal gratifications, for their own personal money schemes and future plans. This is what they did. So I believe in my heart that there could possibly be more text messages that was in the discovery that wasn't put in the federal trial of Robert Sylvester Kelly to help free this man. I truly believe the government do not want the parents on the stand because it will actually free Robert Sylvester Kelly. You all have to understand the reason why R. Kelly was charged with a federal case is not so much of Geronda, whatever her name is, because he did not have sex with her. It is more so the reason why R. Kelly got a federal case is because of Azriel Clary. Now, those are facts. And that's why they charge him with the man acts, sex trafficking, all this stuff, da-da-da-da. But in my state, and if I'm going to say this again, if you're going to lock up R. Kelly, if you're going to be fair and say he done all these things, is it fair to say the parents should be locked up as well? The parents should be tried as well. The parents orchestrated a lot of things as well. It's like the movie How to Catch a Killer. It's like them series on How to Get Away with Murder. And to me, I look at this as How to Catch R. Kelly. But see, what they don't understand is when you seek to destroy somebody, seek to exploit somebody, seek to damage somebody, your hands has to be clean. Your hands has to be clean. When you seek to destroy somebody, extort somebody, however you was planning to do what they plan to do, you got to make sure all your I's is dotted and all your T's is crossed. Because if all your I's are not dotted and your T's are not crossed, then there's some things that may backfire. And I believe we are getting down to the dirtiness of the Clarys and to the dirtiness of the government. That's what I believe. So I'm glad Bajin has put this out in a motion to show how this woman on the screen, Azriel Clary, is just as much involved in it than Azriel Clary. Now, this could have been something between just her and her daughter where she may not want the daddy to know the communication that she was having with the daughter, you know, on the side without him. Allegedly, this could be. Allegedly, they could have had just daughter and mother personal conversation going without the daddy being involved and he getting the back end of the shit. Allegedly. So again, there could possibly be more of this outing of the parents to come forward. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just a YouTube blogger with an opinion. I have an opinion to state what I want to state. I have the First Amendment right, the freedom of speech, to speak on what I feel based on what's been put out there in social media such as this. I do not own the copyrights and none of the things that I'm playing because these things have been put out on YouTube. That's why you see the YouTube logo out there on the bottom of this screen because they put this stuff out there, and they have made this to be the commentary of the United States of America. So you are a public figure. So I'm not breaking the law. I'm not a terrorist. I'm just trying to get the facts out about the truth. I don't know Robert Sylvester Kelly. I don't know Alice. I don't know Angelo. I don't know Azriel. I don't know none of these people involved. I'm just a single black, independent, solo person who wants the truth out against the lies, and to expose how these parents, how their daughter, and how they all coerced, which they say coerced, seduced, and all this stuff the government put in their paperwork, how they did these things to Robert Sylvester Kelly to try to get a conviction, but didn't allow a lot of stuff and the discovery to be put out in R. Kelly's defense. Because the government knew for a fact that if they put Alice and Angelo on the stand, with all this stuff that Bonjean just came out with, and I believe there should be more to become, because I'm just so smart like that. I believe it got to be, if this just that little portion of what we read in the motion, there could possibly be a lot more to come. But I truly believe if they put the parents who have spent time and time again with different news media outlets to publicize this man, to defame this man, to make this man seem like he's the monster of this United States of America government, and how much they care about their daughter and their daughter about to commit suicide. I believe the parents should be the one to sit up on the stand and state their piece of how much they love their daughter, how their daughter been abused by R. Kelly, all this stuff they was putting out in the social media world. You know, I've said that, subpoena the parents. But now that we'll go back over the transcript, because I got the transcript right here. I'm about to pull it up. We're going to read it together. I'm going to show y'all and how it conjoins, how it comes together with what Azriel said versus what the mother said. Now, the mother says she wished she never bought these tickets. So let's get into this, y'all. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about Angie Walker, too, so just get ready for that. I'm going to show you how I peep game with her, and I want to talk about YTF, and I'm going to talk about the Mod Squad. I'm going to talk about a lot of things, but I'm going to talk about this main thing first, so let's get over this, y'all. It's going to be a minute. Share this video. Thank you.
Work to maybe get R. Kelly, charges brought against him. So in that case, the girl had to come home because he may be, arrested.
Wait. See, now you got to understand, they want Azriel. Oh yeah. I'm already on it. I'm finna get into that. Somebody put my disclaimers in the chat. I'm already on there, yo. I got all that lined up. We about to read it again. Trust me and believe. See, now you got to realize, when a plan did not work, that's when they wanted their daughter to be home with them because they couldn't get nothing out of R. Kelly for themselves. Listen to what I'm saying. Yes, listen to what I'm saying. Put my disclaimer in the chat. This is videos used for entertainment purposes only. Okay? I do not own the rights to none of this. This is public by YouTube. You see YouTube right there? So they put this stuff out there. YouTube is your resume. So now that they can't get what they wanted for themselves, they wanted their daughter to be out of the circle of Robert Sylvester Kelly because they couldn't get nothing. And we all know, and guess what I'm having for lunch today, y'all? By the way, let me move this out the way so y'all can see. I am eating Lunchables. This is your infomercial. Lunchables. Eating Lunchables today. So let's listen to what she says now. And then I got another clip I'm going to play for y'all.
That's the biggest fault of all. Like, he did nothing with her music. And she is really talented. Like, she writes songs. She's a songwriter. She has probably over 30, 50 songs with the copyright, US copyrights. Like, she loves writing stories and music, and that's her thing. She can read sheet music, write sheet music. I mean, you know, so he didn't do anything with her talent. And it's crazy because if he would, she probably would have been like the next big thing, you know what I mean? So to continue on his legacy. But unfortunately, it seems like he
didn't go y'all way.
And for one thing, to be, I guess what they're all saying, a sex slave.
Now I'm gonna stop right there. You know I'm about to start smacking like a nigga. She said to be the next thing, which is to be R. Kelly's sex slave. Well, according to the documents that was read in Bonjean's motion, you was trying to make your own daughter a sex slave to R. Kelly. Now, if I'm lying, y'all, for what was put in the motion, and I'll read it again, we go use this word sex slave, right? If the word sex slave is being used by this woman, this mother, and we read in Bonjean's motion, and we read in the motion in the letter from her brother to, I guess from her to her brother, don't it sound like the mother wanted her to be a sex slave? Why they always trying to say, well, he wanted to make them sex slaves. But this lady is orchestrating things for her daughter to do to entrap Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I don't know why the public can't see this for themselves. They steady want to go back to Yale. They want to go back to this. They want to mention Aaliyah. They want to mention all this shit and try to bring all this shit to the president to try to get a conviction. No, that's not how that works, y'all. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. If you can't get it on your own, then you shouldn't be trying to take down somebody else to get what they worked hard for. If you can't get it on your own, you shouldn't have to be greedy to take down somebody else and take what they got to try to enhance your life, your career, whatever, your finances. That's just not right. So listen to them. I'm gonna keep that word sex slave right there. I got the pen and paper today. I ain't got to wear no hat today. I don't care what I look like. I'm back on the grind. Let's go.
Anything I've missed?
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
Is hindsight 2020 and not know what you do know now? As a mother, what would you go back and do differently?
I have one regret, and that was letting her go. My regret is buying those tickets and letting her go, because I feel like that's my fault. I take full responsibility and full action, because as a mother, I am supposed to protect my child. But you know what? Everybody makes mistakes. So I have to deal with the consequences of my action, but nobody.
Yes, listen to these words again. I'm gonna rewind this one more time. Some people ain't gonna like me today. I understand they got people that's trying to distract me, trying to not get me to do what I do the way I do it because can't nobody do it like me. I get it. I get it. I get it. Can't nobody do this like me. I get it. So they want me to feed off into the bullshit so I won't get to the real shit. And this is the real shit. And I'm going to rewind and play this again. And it's certain words. See, we only listening to the ticket parts. Okay? Let me make it clear. We only listen to the part where she says she regret buying those tickets. I want you to put your focus on something else and listen to it again. I got the pen right here.
Nobody can judge me, only God. So I do know that, with that being said, I would definitely not buy those tickets and not let her go. And whatever would have took place, if she, made accurate on her threats or what she would have.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
Is hindsight 2020, not you know what you do know now? As a mother, what would you go back and do differently?
I have one regret, and that was letting her go. My regret is buying those tickets and letting her go, because I feel like that's my fault. I take full responsibility and full action, because as a mother, I am supposed to protect my child. But you know what? Everybody needs.
Now, the key words was, I take full responsibility. Listen to the key words now. She may have said she regret buying those tickets, right? And we always talk about accountability, that people need to be held accountable for. So if she takes full responsibility for her actions, if she says that's her fault, then why she ain't being charged? Why she ain't being subpoenaed? These ain't my words now. See, when you put stuff out there and you don't analyze the material you put out there, you setting yourself up for either greatness or you setting yourself up for failure. You never know. So we don't know what else will come out about you while you trying to play these innocent roles like you so much of a loving parent, when we already see that you're trying to solicit your daughter for your own personal gain. I'm going to play it again for the slow people. Since I'm slow and don't know nothing, I want y'all to hear it again. Not from my mouth.
And a sex slave. Sure.
Is hindsight 2020, not you know what you know now? As a mother, what would you go back and do differently?
I have one regret, and that was letting her go.
Mm-hmm.
My regret is buying those tickets and letting her go, because I feel like that's my fault. I take full responsibility and full action, because as a mother, I am supposed to protect my child. But you know what? Everybody makes mistakes. So I have to deal with the consequences of my action, but nobody can judge.
So you should be able to deal with the consequences in your actions for help, solicit your daughter. You should take full responsibility for your actions for having this man that y'all tried to extort in a way for your own personal gain using your fucking child. You should take responsibility for that. Angelo, I know you're watching. I know you're watching, Angelo. You got to be watching. You talked about me, Angelo. You told me what type of parent I was, and what I need to do with my kids, and this, that, and the other. But look what your baby mama did with her child. What you got to say about that? Is this what parents supposed to do with their teenagers? Solicit them? Boy, this water tastes good. You said, I need to get in my kid's life. I need to do this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. She raised in a 2-parent household, and y'all taught her this, taught her that. But now the shit is unfolding about your wife, your baby mama, her stepmama, or whoever. Now it's coming out. All these videos y'all have put out, it's making y'all look like y'all should have never been in the news in the first place. I know she got a regret that she never bought them tickets. She probably has a lot of regrets that she probably never linked up with the savages and should have just left the whole shit alone. So I don't think it's just this regret. I think she had many regrets. of a lot of things, because now a lot of things is exposing you all, and that's why you should be subpoenaed. You say it at your mouth, and I'm gonna keep using your words. The government, the feds know what they doing. If they didn't have all this, they would have never had R. Kelly. The feds know what they doing. So you think if the feds know what they doing, it was just only a thing for R. Kelly and it wouldn't be a thing for you all? See, this is that thing called karma. A lot of us don't want to face that. I didn't face it. Might face it again. I don't know. This is how you deal with it. And at certain levels of karma. See, what y'all fail to realize when I've said this over and over again, that Kenneth did a great job with what he can work with. They did not want a lot of things to be in R. Kelly's favor when it comes to his trial. They just wanted it straight. He did it. He's guilty. Convict him. Lock him up. Throw away the key. If y'all go trip off his sexual songs 12 play, seems like you ready, text me. Feeling on your booty. If y'all go judge the man by that, then you should be looking at Trey Songz, Chris Brown, a lot of these R&B singers, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. You want to charge a man based off music. You should look at a lot of these other entertainers. They being biased. It was a setup from the get-go, according to what we just read. And I believe in my heart, there was more text messages or whatever they got in their discovery to come. I just believe that. It's just they didn't want to put that out there. I think it's more to come, y'all. I just really believe that. But I'm going to leave you right there.
Only God. So I do know that
Well, if you say can't nobody judge you but only God, R. Kelly can't feel the same way. Because can't nobody judge him but only God. But everybody judging this man to convict this man, and that's wrong. So you can make your mistakes. You can regret your mistakes. But you telling me R. Kelly can't regret his mistakes? You mean to tell me only God can't judge him too? God doesn't have a respect of a one individual, of a person. He loves everybody. There's no big eyes and little U's when they come to God, but he treats a certain type of people this way or a certain type of people that way. It's all with him. He created all of us. So when people say only God can judge us, do that still apply for R. Kelly? R. Kelly can't regret making some mistakes either? Oh, because he made some mistakes, he got to go to jail for the rest of his life. Are y'all serious? That's why I tell people, stop playing with God. If you don't really know God, you don't know God. Same thing you want to work for him, why I can't work for him? The same thing you want to work for you, why I can't work for him? All you want to try to distract me with this drama and want me to argue with people back and forth, you might as well go ahead and just hit yourself up the wall and say, damn, it ain't work. That nigga on point. This is serious. This is a man's life. Nothing but an extortion plot. Nothing but a personal gain from the get-go. Nothing but a groupie who got into the camp. With the parents' involvement. Where's the racketeering? Where's all these charges the government said and there's only one person being charged? Make that make sense. Where's the mob action? Where's all that at? All this on one man. No one else gets charged. This is a different type of bite, a different type of fight. This is a different type of fight. This is a different type of battle. This is a different type of conspiracy, all for personal gain, setups and plots, and demise and schemes. So for all y'all sitting up there talking about R. Kelly this, R. Kelly that, your son could be next. Some of these stars was going through the same shit, being accused. Snoop Dogg just bought Death Row, and here you got a lady coming out saying he did this back then and woo, woo, woo. It's always when a man is at the peak of their game, the peak of their career, the peak of their success, the peak of whatever God is blessing them with. Here come all these people at the woolwork trying to tear them down, trying to rob them of their success, of their victories, of them coming from poverty to being successful and grateful. That's how the government works. That's how the future works. That's how the world works. That's how people greed works. When you see somebody climbing to the top and they shining, this when everybody want to come out and try to tear them down, want to get a little media press. Well, all press ain't good press.
You know, with that being said, I would definitely not buy those tickets and not let her go. And whatever when that took place, if she, you know, made accurate on her threats of what she would have done.
I'm gonna leave it right there. Shit. If you said you don't regret buying those tickets, what we just read in the motion that Bonjean put in, that you was consenting her that she can go. And she was saying, Mom, I can go if you want to. She like right now, if I tell them, yeah, give me a ticket, I can go. So you was very consenting of her going to fly to be with R. Kelly. Make this shit make sense, because I can't make this shit up. Moving forward. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. You know, I heard a lot of people say they so tired of the R. Kelly sector. They tired of the R. Kelly sector getting excited about R. Kelly might come home and all this and all that. But 1 minute y'all over there, try to act like y'all for him. And then the next minute you try to act like you don't want him to come home. I peep everything. But who remember this? I'm on it today. Again, all my donations, if anybody decide they want to donate to me, I'm going to have it be sent to somebody in my chat, because I don't need your Cash Apps. I don't need your PayPal. I'm back down like I am. I have a wedding to do today. And I have an appointment in an hour. So I'm going to get this through much as I can, because we got some discovery to read. Not discovery, we have some transcripts to read. My bad about that discovery. We have some transcripts to read. So we're going to read this transcript from the New York, and bring everybody back up to speed, because a lot of people forget what's been said and they want to let shit fly. No, we can't let this fly. So let's go back here.
Kelly are defending him and their relationship with him in the strongest terms. 21-year-old Azriel Clary and 23-year-old Joycelyn Savage told us they love Kelly, while their families claim he has brainwashed them.
In an interview you'll see only on CBS this morning, the two women told us there is nothing inappropriate about their arrangement with the 52-year-old singer.
What is your relationship, both of you, with R. Kelly?
We're with him. That's our relationship.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We're in a relationship with him.
Right.
We just said it.
A very strong relationship as
Both
well.
of you.
Yes, most definitely.
How do we say this without being inappropriate? This is
Can somebody put my disclaimer in the chat, please? Thank you very much.
three-way relationship, or do you each have a separate relationship with him? How does this work?
I'm
curious.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all have our individual relationships with him. We all are family all together. We have our moments where we sit and watch movies all together. We go to amusement parks all
I'm
together.
not talking about
Azriel
going to movies and watching, going to parks. I'm talking about, is it a three-way sexual relationship?
Well, first of all, I'm not here to talk about my personal life, and I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman, I'm sure you're not either. Okay, then.
No, you're right.
No, you're right. I would not.
This is a
But
very
this is a
different
very different
circumstance.
It's not a
circumstance.
different circumstance. There are people all over the world who have multiple girlfriends. It's no different. It's no
Do
different.
both of you all
believe
you're in
love with him?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Of course.
Should your parents be concerned?
No.
Why?
Well, my parents knew where I have always been. For 4 years, they have known that I've been well taken care of.
They never thought you were missing, Azriel. They just were wondering if you were okay.
Well, my parents have actually came to Chicago and seen me a few times. I've talked to them. They stopped answering my calls.
You know what they say? They say that you were brainwashed. I talked to your dad last night. He says, my daughter is brainwashed and he's very concerned. He said he was here 2 days ago and you wouldn't even look him in the eye.
Okay, I wouldn't look him in the eye because he's a liar. And he's a manipulative liar.
Hold on, y'all.
I'll tell you why they're concerned, Azriel, because they say she's 17. We found text messages that indicate.
Is it still echoing? Because you know me, I started over again.
Together, we have our moments where we sit and watch movies all together. We go to amusement parks all together.
I'm not talking about Azriel going to movies and sitting watching, going to parks. I'm talking about, is it
still
a
echoing?
sexual relationship?
Sexually, well, first of all, I'm not here to talk about my personal life.
All right,
And
hold
I
on.
would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman, I'm sure you would not either.
No, I wouldn't, but
Okay, then.
But-
So,
no,
yeah.
no,
My apologies, y'all. I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, we're going to start it over. Let me end this. Bring it back in. I know what I've done wrong. I know exactly what I've done wrong. Let me correct it.
Terms. 21-year-old Azriel Clary and 23-year-old Joycelyn
Try it
Savage
again now.
told us they love Kelly, while their families claim he has brainwashed them.
In an interview you'll see only on CBS this morning, the two women told us there is nothing inappropriate about their arrangement with the 52-year-old singer.
What is your relationship, both of you, with R. Kelly?
We're with him. That's our
We're with
relationship.
him. Yeah, that's what it is.
And we're in a relationship with him.
Right.
We just said it.
A very strong relationship as
Both
well.
of you.
Yes, most definitely.
You know, how do we say this without being inappropriate? Is this a three-way relationship, or do you each have a separate relationship with him? How does this work?
Well,
I'm
both of
curious.
those.
Yeah,
We
Both of
both
those?
have our individual relationships with him, and
right.
we all are family all together. We have our moments where we sit and watch movies all together. We go to amusement parks all together.
I'm not talking about Azriel going to movies and sitting watching, going to parks. I'm talking about, is it a three-way sexual relationship?
Sexually, well, first of
Between
all,
the
I'm
three
not
of you?
here to talk about my personal life, and
Okay.
I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman, I'm sure you would not either.
No, I wouldn't, but
Okay then, so,
no,
yeah,
no, you're
next
right.
question.
No, you're right, I would not, but this is a very different circumstance.
It's
And
not
I
a
think
different
it's a fair
circumstance. There are
question.
people all over the world who have multiple girlfriends. It's no different.
Do both of you all believe you're in love with him?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Of course.
Should your
No.
parents be concerned?
No.
Why?
Well, my parents knew where I've always been for 4 years. They know that I've been well taken care of.
They never thought you were missing, Azriel. They just were wondering if you were okay.
Well, my parents have actually came to Chicago and seen me a few times. I've talked to them. They stopped answering my calls.
You know what they say? They say that you were brainwashed. I talked to your dad last night. He says, my daughter is brainwashed and he's very concerned. He said he was here 2 days ago and you wouldn't even look him in the eye.
Okay, I wouldn't look him in the eye because he's a liar. And he's a manipulative liar.
I'll tell you why they're concerned, Azriel, because they say she's 17. We found text messages that indicated that she was having sex with R. Kelly when she was 17. Is that true?
No, that is a lie. That is a lie. I was not having sex with him at 17.
Why would they want to lie about you, their daughter?
Okay, so when I first met Robert, my parents told me to lie about my age. So when I met him, he thought that I was 18. On top of that, when I was 17, my parents were actually making me, trying to get me to take photos with him, take sexual videos with him, all kinds of stuff.
Wait. Your parents encouraged you to do sexual videos with R. Kelly?
Yes. And they said because if they ever have to blackmail him, what they're trying to do now, they can use it against him, which is exactly what they're doing.
Joycelyn, I see you nodding a lot with what she's saying. Why are you nodding in agreement with what she's saying?
Because everything that she's saying is true. Our parents are basically out here just to get money. And
Your parents, you're saying the same as they?
Well, both our parents are basically out here to trying to get money and scam because they didn't agree on what happened, with music or wherever it could be, and they're just very upset.
This is the first time hearing, to be honest with you, that your parents were trying to get money from R. Kelly.
Okay.
Because your father told a very different story to me last night.
Yeah, he's the manipulative. He's very manipulative, so he's the one you need to watch out for. But my dad and my mom, they started to send threats to both me and him. They said, oh, I'll put all your naked pictures all over the world. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to ruin him. If he doesn't send $20,000 to this bank account by Monday, I'm going to put everything out there and then $10,000 after that. You're trying to solicit me like I'm some hoe. I'm not. I'm your child. Exactly.
Yeah, you sound very angry with your parents. Yeah, you sound very angry and very pained.
Oh, it's gonna get hot, y'all.
Tell me, Azriel, why you're crying. Tell me.
I'm crying because you guys don't know the truth. You guys are believing some facade that our parents are saying. This is all lies for money. And if you can't see that, you're ignorant and you're stupid as because you want to be. All because that's the world we live in. Negativity sells. Gossip is what sells. Rumors are what sells. Exactly.
But Joycelyn and Azriel, this is more than gossip. This is more than just rumors. These are decades of allegations against Robert Kelly.
We're not here to talk about decades. We're here to talk about what our parents are doing right now. Right. And what they're doing right now is all for money. Right.
Now, both sets of parents deny ever asking Kelly for money or receiving.
We're gonna leave that alone. We already heard that. Now put your eyes on this, y'all. Hey, listen, man. Listen here. Man, listen here, y'all. Whoever ain't gonna like me today, you might love me tomorrow. But let's just go here. Let me share this. Let me share this. What is on the screen is what I'm gonna read to you all. You can't even see it. But it says, and the reason I was mad is because I was saying to myself, what kind of parent? And let me see, could I make this bigger for you all? Okay. Okay, right there. Let me see how I look on the screen. And it says, and the reason I was, now this is the transcript from last year, y'all. I'm gonna read this to you all. And it was in the transcripts, and these were the words of the Jane Doe, number 5, which we all know who it is. And it says, and the reason I was mad is because I was saying to myself, what kind of parents would sign their 17-year-old daughter away to be in Chicago by herself to be with someone that they never met or even got to know? And the reason I was happy was because, honestly, by this time, even though Rob didn't know it, but I have fallen in love with him, and I wanted to be around him for that reason. And seeing what me and Pops had done to me, having clear understanding of time, trying to use me and for their own personal gain. Things I done said already, how they try to use their daughter for personal gain. Let me enlarge it a bit because these words is kind of small. Let me read that shit again. Let me read it again and again. And she said, and seeing what me and Pops had done, she said, and seeing what me and Pops had done to me, having a clear understanding of them trying to use me and for their own personal gain, I wanted to be far away from them as possible because all Ma, she says Ma, all Ma would do every time I would talk on the phone is to threaten me and cuss me out. But at the same time, y'all, she was the same lady that was texting her, giving her orders how to get in good with R. Kelly. And we're going to get into that too. She said, I wanted to be far away from them as possible because all Mom would do every time I would talk on the phone is to threaten me and curse me out because she felt like whatever she told her to do, it wasn't working in her favor. So remember I told y'all the logistics and the plans of what they had set forth for this man and to making it seem like it was all him when it was really being orchestrated by them. This is why I kept screaming, subpoena the parents. Free this man. She would tell me that they were going to destroy R. Kelly's career through social media, talk shows, or whatever they could do if I didn't start sending them money. What I say? Extortion. What I say? Trying to mind manipulate their daughter, solicit their daughter. What did I say, y'all? Why they ain't get charged with nothing if all this was in a discovery? I mean, if all this was in the discovery that came out in the trial, and there's some things that was in the discovery that didn't come out in the trial, they put this out. They should have freed this man just with this alone. Real talk. This ain't what I said. This is what she said on the stand in New York. Now, she said, she would tell me that they were going to destroy R. Kelly's career through social media, talk shows, or whatever they could do if I didn't start sending them money. And at first, I didn't tell Robert stuff and feared that he would send me back home because I knew he would not want to deal with all of that. Pops actually started asking R to use his lighting company to do his shows. But Rob told him he already had a lighting company that he'd been using for 20 years, and they already knows his shows. And Pops didn't like that at all. I get it. Don't say nothing.
I didn't understand that.
I wasn't talking to you, Google. Okay. Then Ma and Pops came to me and tried to get me to convince Robert to team up with them, put his name and logo on a dildo that had a Bluetooth and would play his music while people had sex. And I told him I was not going to talk to him about this. Let me go to the next one. This is what I put on my IG. Hold on, y'all. Okay. That's another reason I know they were trying to set him up, but after the police came in the room and saw that there wasn't any wrongdoings going on, me and Pops realized that Ma and Pops realized that plan pretty much didn't work. So obviously they decided to back off their plan at that time. Brother, I'm telling you the truth. I cannot make this up. Then later, after I started getting to know him, and what I mean by that is becoming friends. I admit I started developing feelings for him and went from being excited to being around R. Kelly, the celebrity, to falling in love with Robert, the person. And this is what Bonjean was saying in her motion about how Azriel wanted a personal relationship with R. Kelly and the parents consenting certain things. We heard just in the video I just played how the mama regret buying tickets. And, you know, I mean, this is just pretty much a slam dunk case, man. Regardless if y'all don't like him or not, this man's supposed to be free, period. She said, I admit I started developing feelings for him, and from being excited to around R. Kelly, the celebrity, to falling in love with Robert, the person. Even though I wanted to have sex with him and actually hinted towards that a few times, I bagged up from it because he was not showing the same interest. And I told Mom that on several occasions, but she just kept on pushing me, trying to make me have some sexual relationships with him. And this where it's going to come into play when I read back again what Bonjean was saying, how she wanted her, how Azriel Clary wanted her daughter to dress up, wear this stuff, wiggle this stuff, sit on his lap, go to a show, wink your eye, do all this, blow him kisses, tell him you go be his baby daddy, all that old goof ass shit, and she go be his baby mama, you know, all this old extra ass shit. Come on, man, free that man. And the more that happened, the more I started feeling like a hoe, because I started realizing that my own parents were just using me and my vagina to get money from R. Kelly. That's what she said. This ain't what I said. So all you niggas mad because we going back down memory lane on some shit that people want to forget. This is the vindication of Robert Sylvester Kelly right here. This is the plot of the parents right here. They got the wrong person incarcerated. He didn't sleep with Jahanda. Parents bought tickets. They consented a lot of things. A lot of things in this transcript that's already been publicly displayed shows much of the parents' involvement in this whole R. Kelly government takedown and this whole conspiracy to extort this man of money. And this is out the daughter's mouth. She said, and the more that happens, let me go back. And even when I thought I wanted to have sex with him and actually hinted toward that a few times, I bagged up from him because he was not showing that same interest. She said he was not showing that same interest at that time. And I told that, and I told Mama that several times. But she just kept on pushing me. That's trying to make me have some type of sexual relationship with him. And the more that happened, the more I started feeling like a hoe. That's her words. Because I started to realize that my own parents were just using me in my vagina to get money from R. Kelly. And when it finally hit me hard, it broke my goddamn heart. I can't make this shit up. This is on my Instagram. DJ Tyson 357. That's what she said. Ain't what I said. That's what she said. Now, from that to this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to cancel some stuff because I really want to get this out today, y'all. Let me see. What's up, Dom? What's up, everybody? Yeah. Now, what I want to read right here is this. And what I've just read to you, it might be in this again, but I just had to pull that quick off my IG. And might even go to Shabazz video, man. It's just stuff we need to always be aware to say, man, you just can't do anything to people just because you don't like him. Now, OJ, he did it. His dumb ass went in there with a gun, trying to steal his own goddamn memorabilia. All right, let's go. Now, this is the transcript from the trial. Where you at, DJ Tyson? Let me get me off the screen because I don't want me on the screen. Let me just go talk about this real quick. Jane Cross Canick. You had an agent. Question. I did, yes. What's your agent's name? I actually don't remember her name, but she's a young woman from LA. The court. Make sure you keep your voice up. She says, okay. Question. You know the name of Charlene? Yes, sir. And she was your agent. Am I correct? Yes, sir. When was it that you started shopping this book with Stacey Brown? I don't remember. Was it 2019? I don't remember. Your Honor, I'm just going to show you her something electronically to see if this will reflect her recollection. The court, of course. I'm going to show you this, and you can look at the top to the bottom and see if this refreshes your recollection as to when it was that you were trying to shop this book there. Pause. Okay. Does it refresh your recollection? It does. Yes. It was sometime before February 5th, 2020. Am I correct? The date on that says February 2020 was the answer. Question. Right. Well, on this, by the time you had received this, he was sending you back a draft manuscript. Am I correct? He said, I don't recall. Question. Look at this document. Having looked at that, does it refresh your recollection that by February 5th, 2020, you have already started receiving draft manuscript proposals? Yes. Now, yesterday we spoke about your mother asking you to take photos of Robert and yourself where she could possibly exploit him on a future date. Do you remember us talking about that? Yes, I do. Now, there came a point in time that you stopped taking the pictures and doing things to possibly exploit Robert because you felt as though you were betraying his trust, correct? She said yes. Now, let me just go back right here. This is all in the transcript. Canick asked her, now, yesterday we spoke about your mother asking you to take photos of Robert and yourself where she could possibly exploit him on a future day. Do you remember us talking about that? She said, yes, I do. This is why the parents should be subpoenaed. Now, there came a point in time that you stopped taking pictures and doing things to possibly exploit Robert because you felt as though you were betraying his trust, correct? She said, yes. Now, I'm going to pause right there while you all listen to these words coming out of my mouth. This goes back to the text messages that Bonjean has put out with the communication between her and her daughter, and she orchestrating things. Alice was actually orchestrating things to plot against Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I thought in the United States of America that you cannot exploit people for your own personal gain. Where does the law work for Robert Sylvester Kelly, where he's being ordered, where he's being exploited, and their daughter is being solicited by the mother? Come on, man. Make this shit make sense. She said, yes. Now, yesterday we offered the fifth exhibit S into evidence. I want you to read them to the jury, and can you read them loud and slowly? Yes, all of them, yes. Pops, you didn't tell mommy that you used to FaceTime and call Rob. I'm going to stop right there. But you remember Angelo said he really ain't fuck with R. Kelly like that. He just wanted business with his daughter. But that nigga was a groupie too. Said, Pops, you didn't tell mama that you used to FaceTime and call Rob. Question, let me stop you there. When you said Pops, who are you referring to? My father. Go ahead, please. Pops, you tell mommy that you used to FaceTime and call Rob and have hour-long conversations, happy and jolly and never upset? Is today Tuesday, y'all? Is today Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? Correct? Today's Tuesday, correct? Somebody put in the chat. Talk your shit, DJ. Let's talk your shit Tuesday, goddammit. And Pops, you tell mom that you used to FaceTime and call Rob and have hour-long conversations, happy and jolly and never upset? You didn't tell mommy all the things you had me trying to do to blackmail Rob? Now, I want to stop right there. See, I wish that StreamYard could give you two layers to show side by side. Because as it's stated, and we all know this was said in the Bonjean motion, I'm going to keep calling it Bonjean motion, that she was still orchestrating her daughter to do things. And from my understanding, if you read this, it seems like Angelo didn't know what the mama was doing behind closed doors. That's why I said it might be some more text messages coming out between her and Azriel that the daddy don't know about. Why he's sticking his neck out there like an ostrich, thinking he know this and that. I think there was some things that was hidden from the daddy that the mama was doing on the side. Some of this shit just common sense. So the daddy was communicating with her, R. Kelly. The mom was communicating with her, trying to get her to blackmail this man. Said, you didn't tell mommy all the things you had me, trying to do to blackmail Robert. Pops, you tell mommy that you used to FaceTime Rob and have hour-long conversations, happy and jolly. You didn't even tell mommy all the things that you had me try to do to blackmail Rob. Now I'm gonna stop right there because Angelo should be locked up too. You know why he should be locked up? Because the same shit Allen was doing, Same shit he was doing. They both were at Azriel trying to get her to blackmail Rob. Get her to seduce Rob. Get her to take pictures so they could use against him for some personal gratification, some personal financial bullshit. Lock Angelo ass up too. So Alice and Angelo was really doing some crooked ass shit. They was doing some crooked ass shit. Somebody ain't gonna like me today. Don't give a fuck. You didn't even tell mom all the things you had me trying to do to blackmail, right? So the mama was in her ear, the daddy was in her ear. This shit was just driving her fucking crazy. It's the same because both of you were very happy, but y'all started listening to the savages and joined them. What did I say yesterday, y'all? What did I say yesterday? What did I say today? I know they regret they ever fucked with them goddamn savages. And look at it now. Look at it now. I told y'all they should have stayed to themselves because they knew what they was doing. They should have stayed to themselves because they already knew where their daughter were. Soon as they linked up with them savages, pop they ass. Let's stop there. Who are the savages you referring to? Joy's parents? Joy, one of Rob's live-in girlfriends. Yes. Okay. They found other exes out of curiosity, told them what to do and what to say. There's an arrow pointed up that I really can't make out what it's saying. You're literally taking illegal actions when you know you've done wrong as parents. What really makes me angry is that all of you could still be in my life, but your actions and choices shows that's not what you care about. We always know that, not just by this transcript, but also by the motion that's just been put out there. All I have to say is this, and all I have to say is this. If it's when you want to be in my life, you will be. And if you don't want, and if you don't, you won't. But no matter what you do, I will forever be deeply in love with Robert, and I will forever spend my life with him and continue to create beautiful moments and memories. I'm not going to sacrifice or ruin my happiness just to appease you guys. Y'all have depressed yourselves, stressed yourselves out, aged yourselves, and made yourselves so miserable, chasing the idea that you have covered up will never come to life. You think I'm happy that y'all aren't in my life? No. But I would not allow y'all to think you can take me to whenever you want while doing interviews bashing Robert. I'm going to read that again because I said a word. But I would not allow you all to think you can talk to me whenever you want while doing interviews bashing Robert. I love this man. And Ma, I pray you would never let another person bash Pops without standing up for him and fight, because that is genuine love. Next letter, please. I'm hurt and devastated. I cannot see my family because of you guys. You guys put me in a position, and then you're angry when I don't reach out. The next letter. Mom and Pops, not only am I devastated, but I'm crushed from everything that you two have done and how you decided to go about this. None of this should be happening, and you all could have put a stop to this, but you. But you know you decided to join in to get some money. Wow. Everything's money. Dildos, Bluetooths, truck drivers, stage lighting, everything's money want to be dealt with R. Kelly because Azriel is in his comfort zone. And that's why Alice wanted to blackmail, and Angelo was getting upset because they couldn't get nothing, and their daughter was in a situation, so they want to try everything they do to break them apart. Man, listen. Somebody just please put in the chat, free R. Kelly, please. Thank you very much. Oh, man. Let me finish reading this shit, man. We got a ways to go, y'all. But you know you decide to get into some money. If you are working with him and making money in any kind of way, you will be okay with me being with Robin, and that's the sad part. So basically she was saying, long as they was making some money while she dealing with Rob, they ass would have been some happy ass campers. But because they wasn't making no money, they like, fuck this shit. That nigga got to get away from you. Whether we put that nigga in jail, whether we go public, like she was saying, they go to all you news media outlets. But what makes me don't understand is why Gail and all these other important news people won't get depth into this shit like us small bloggers do, because they don't care to hear the truth. They like that drama. They like those lies. If you was working with him and making money any kind of way, you would be okay with me being with Robert. And that's the sad part, that you need money to be happy from me. Both of you knew where the studio was, and for nearly 5 years. I can't count how many times you tried to see me in one hand. None of you did interviews for free. Both of you took money, and you don't need money to be caring parents. If someone paid you right now to do an interview, you do it. All that you've done, all that you're still doing, has got to you. Definitely not closer to me, nor have I wanted to see you guys because of it, and I still don't want to. I'm still living my life with Robert while you two are making yourself more miserable every day. You don't even have to. Mom, when I was 17, you was telling me to take as many pictures and videos with this man so you can blackmail him and use it against him in the future. And we all read this through the Bonjean motion that just passed away. So all this coercion that the government be talking about, the coercion, the seduce, and all this other shit. This is the coercion of Alice Clary. Wasted the taxpayers' money. You goddamn right. I'm not in the chat, y'all. I'm reading, so I'm not in the chat. Mom, when I was 17, you were telling me to take as many pictures and videos with this man so you could blackmail him and use it against him in the future. Exactly what you're trying to do now. You knew his past. Look at that. You knew his past, and you tried to use it against him by making me the goddamn bait. We can't make this shit. This shit in black and white, man. You see it? It's in black and white. Exactly. Let me pause for the call. Shout out to Kennick, man. Shout out to goddamn Kennick, goddamn it. Kennick, goddamn it. That's what I'm going to call you. I ain't going to call you Kennick the mechanic. I'm going to call you Kennick, goddamn it, you a bad motherfucker. Shut your mouth. Now, exactly what you're trying to do now. You knew his past. You tried to use it against him by making me the bait. You continue to try and push me onto this man. You really made me feel like a hoe and a prostitute by saying those words to me. And I went along because I was trying to please you, but you don't know how terrible you made me feel as a mother. You should have dropped me off at 3 a.m. You dropped me off at 3 a.m. and didn't care if I was with you or not. You wanted me to be alone with him, and you know that. Boy, somebody keeps screaming. Listen, this is what I want everybody to do. Can y'all just do me this favor? Can y'all just do me this favor? As I read, and all the facts that show that this man should not be in jail, can I get about 20 to 30 people to just keep putting in the chat, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly. As I read this, I need everybody to just constantly put in the chat, free R. Kelly. If you believe you need to be free, free R. Kelly. That's all I want. Let's continue. You had text. Let me go back. You made me feel like we should go back more. You continue to try on pushed me on to this man. You really made me feel like a hoe and a prostitute by saying those words to me. And I went along because I was trying to please you, but you don't know how terrible you made me feel as a mother. You dropped me off at 3 a.m. and didn't care if I was with you or not. You wanted me to be alone with him, and you know that. You had text very threatening things saying, since you're fucking my daughter, you need to send $10,000 to this bank account every month. You threatened me, and let me just go to the $10,000. She said some similar shit like that, what I just played in the Gayle King thing. Extortion. You fucking my door. You just send me $10,000 to this bank account every month. You threaten me and him personally. You said we need to send you a food check, and by this sense, and by this, which is not how you act or things you say as a mother or parent. I don't know if you know that I'm sure you do by now, but I came Florida to Manny. Who is Manny? Manny is my brother. Let's go back. We need to send you a food check and a food check, and by this sense, and by this, which is not how you act or things you say as a mother. I don't know if you know, but I'm sure you do by now. But I come. She said, but I came to Florida to Manny. Who's Manny? Manny is my brother. Her brother, man, go ahead. And confided in him, and I was totally heartbroken. All the things you have said and told him, that isn't even true. The reason I don't and can't see y'all, Manny or even Aiden. Here go Miss Geddes. One moment, Your Honor. Maybe you approach the witness and let the witness, the court, I beg your pardon. Maybe approach the witness, the government and I. Sure. Kathy, thank you. Can you continue, please? Because of y'all and everything y'all caused, you guys didn't tell my brother that y'all were texting Rob, that I'm grown. Could somebody say free R. Kelly? Or subpoena the parents? I don't care. One of the two. Lock their ass up. I don't care. You guys didn't tell my brother that y'all were texting Rob that I'm grown. I can do what I want and make my own choices. The next letter says, I've thought about what you said, and I do want to fix this. I just, want to delete my entire email. So hopefully we can figure out another way to build trust. The more I think of, the more I realize I have to delete. It's not that I have anything to hide, because I don't. So if you do not feel comfortable with that, then we need to figure something else out. So I'm sorry if I'm not the woman you want to marry or do anything with, because I'm choosing to disagree, but I am not angry. I am okay with my choice. We just need to talk about this, talk about what this means and where we stand because of this. Now, that's a letter you wrote to Robert. Yes. Read the next one. The next one says, I really just need a moment to gather myself. I came back because I wanted to fix this, but now we're stuck again. Let me stop you there. There's a letter to Robert as well. Yes. And when you said I came back, what are you talking about? The defendant convinced me to come. Hey, the defendant convinced me to come back. You were away, am I correct? You were away from Robert for less than 24 hours. No, that's not my question. My question is, were you away from him? Yes, I was. And you were away from him, and you went where? Back to the defendant. Question, no. You were in Florida, were you not? These letters could be different times. Question, no. My question is, when you left Robert for 24 hours, you said he convinced to come back. You went to Florida. Is that correct? Answer, I left the defendant multiple times. That's not my question. My question is, when you left him, the 24 hours period that you just spoke about, you were in Florida, right? Answer. These two letters are not the same. The court. So why don't you blank time period? The court. Why don't you refer her as the court? Why don't you refer her if there's more than one time? Do you have a particular time in mind? The witness. Yes, the court. Just let me finish. Do you have a particular time in mind that you want to direct the witness? Mr. Caddick, yes. Letters. Did you just read where you said that you could fix this, that you want to fix this? The court. Are those dated? By the way, Caddick, no. The court, okay. I don't know which argument this was after, but the bottom line is that there was an argument. You left Robert and went home. Am I correct? Only one occasion, yes. I didn't ask you how many occasions. I asked you whether or not you left Robert and went home. She says yes. And home was with your family. Am I correct? She says yes. Okay. Now go to the letter. Answer. I can tell this is going to be a while before anything gets resolved. And I just don't care anymore. I'm so done. I'm not happy and I'm tired of running in circles, not being good enough, not noticing what you want me to. Every other day, something is going wrong and I'm doing something wrong and I'm tired of going through that. I just don't want that kind of relationship. Question. Now you were apart from Robert when you wrote that letter. Pardon me? Were you apart? Were you separated from Robert when you wrote that letter? She said, I was not. Question. Okay. You were in the same household when you wrote that letter. I was. Yes. And you were expressing to him that you were tired of the relationship. And you were expressing to him that you were tired of the relationship. Didn't want the relationship. Am I correct? I did. Yes. And did you leave? She says, I don't recall. Now I'm going to ask you to look at the defense T for identification. Now I have the other document. Do you recognize that document? Yes, I do. What do you recognize that document to be? A screenshot from my Snapchat. Okay? Mr. Caddick says, okay, Your Honor, I'm going to offer defense T into evidence, but I want to redact certain information from it. Redact, rather. It's not react, it's redact. Okay, what is something we looked at yesterday, Mr. Caddick? No, I don't think so. Ms. Gaddis, I believe it is. Mr. Caddick, it is. Okay, the court, any objections? Ms. Gaddis, no, Your Honor, the court, let's make sure we get that redacted. That's in evidence. Mr. Caddick, thank you. I redacted it before I asked you to read. Defense exhibit T, so Mark, please. Question. I asked you to read this, please. Answer. Baby, I never been. Question. Could you read it out and slower? Okay. Baby, I never been held against my will. Wrong person. You need to stop reading the tabloids. You sent that. This is all the stuff she's supposed to put on Snapchat. I remember that shit. She said, baby, I never been held against my will. Wrong person. You need to stop reading the tabloids. You sent that. You posted that. Am I correct? I sent this to someone personally. Do you recall the date you sent this? Yes, that was immediately after I had left the defendant in October. Thank you. But let's go back, y'all, because I seen this. She didn't send that personally to somebody. She actually put this on her Snapchat. Do anybody remember that? Do anybody remember that? She actually put this on her Snapchat. I seen it. Now, you testified and spoke to us yesterday about a situation when you were in Las Vegas. You remember telling us about that? Yes, I do. And I think you testified and told us that you were staying at the Mandalay Bay. Yes, I was. And there came a point in time that you sent your mother a text saying that everyone was having fun and you were in the room. Do you remember that text? I do. Yes. This is why I said it's a lot of text messages that probably gonna be coming out, man, because after reading this shit again, it just makes you think. Now, Mandalay Bay had a 21 age requirement for the casino area. Am I correct? Yes. And basically, you were traveling with Robert at that time. Am I correct? She said, yes. So he was He was the adult that was part of that, responsible for your well-being. Am I correct? Now you correct. Now you testified and told us about a situation where you told Rob that you were 17 and he sent you back home. Am I correct? Yes, he did. In fact, he sent you back home the very next morning. Am I correct? And she says, yes, he did. Now, you went back to Florida and you spoke with your mother. Am I correct? Yes, I did. And your father. Am I correct? Yes, I did. You said that they executed a document giving someone else guardianship over you. Am I correct? She says correct. As you sit here today, do you recall the name of the person that they gave guardianship to? Yes, I do. What's the person's name? Miss Geddes, objection. She gave someone guardianship. Right. Yes, she did. And before giving guardianship to this person, they never had any conversation with this person. Am I correct? She says no. Okay. Now check this out. This is what I want to point out to a lot of people. When dudes say unfit parents, not that dude, but when dudes sit up and say people ain't parents and all this shit, how you giving guardianship to somebody and you ain't never met this motherfucker or FaceTime them? Nothing. You know why? Because they were so thirsty, man. They were so thirsty, hoping that R. Kelly would do something with them where they can get some type of money, man. So it said before giving guardianship to this person, they never had any conversation with this person. Am I correct? Answer, no. Okay. They never FaceTimed this person. Am I correct? No, they did not. They never gave this person any details of their expectation of them with regards to you. Am I correct? She says no. There's no interface whatsoever between your parents and that person they gave guardianship to. Am I correct? She said no. Question, I'm not correct? No, to my knowledge. No, I don't know. Now, you testified, you told her that Robert had a rule. Robert, according to you, you'd had to, when you traveled with him on the tour bus, you had to knock on the door before you came out of the bathroom. Do you remember telling us that? That is correct. And that was the tour bus. Am I correct? Yes, that is correct. And that bus withdrawn. Were you the only person who had to knock on the door before coming out of the bathroom? Every girlfriend had to knock. Well, everybody had to knock. Am I correct? The court, I'm sorry. Did you say go in or to come out the bathroom? Mechanic? No, to come out. I said, okay. Everyone had to knock before the rule was put in place because there's a microwave on the bus. Am I correct? There's a microwave on the bus. There's a refrigerator on the bus, right? Yes. And people walk around with hot food and the door would swing out. Am I correct? So basically what she's saying, trying to tell the government that Robert had rules and shit. But the reason why he had the rules because he had a fucking microwave on the goddamn bus and motherfuckers was having food and shit in their goddamn hand. And, you know, it's this shit here, man. And the policy was for your safety. Am I correct? It was not for safety. It was not for safety. Now, you testified and told the jury yesterday that there was someone, one of Robert's girlfriend, according to you, that he dragged by the hair. Do you remember telling us that? Yes. Who's that girlfriend? She said, Neek. Now, you recall that dinners when withdrawn, when you home with Robert and all the girlfriends, you were off to eat dinner together. Am I correct? She said, yes. And Robert played the piano while the girlfriends ate. Am I correct? Not that I can call. Question. Are you saying every single time or one particular time? He would play piano, you would have dinner, you eat. You ate. No, he would not. He never did that once. Question. He did that? Yes. Do you recall who was there that one time? I recall the defendant playing the piano for just me and him. Just you and him? Yes. Now you want to be his primary girlfriend. Am I correct? No, I did not. Question. You did not. You never told him that. The defendant put me on a pedestal. Okay, so yesterday he didn't put you on the pedestal, but today he put you on a pedestal. I get it. Objection. The court overruled. I can't stop what someone else does. Question. And I had to catch myself. Now, you testified and told us yesterday withdrawn. You were living with Robert, and he had you handle his checking accounts, checking books. Am I correct? He had an account. That's not my question. My question is, did you handle his checking books, his personal checking? No. Did Robert give you $5,000 a month in your Chase account? Answer, it wasn't. Can you rephrase it because I'm not understanding? Did you receive $5,000 a month from Robert when you were living with him, being deposited into your Chase account? She said yes. And Robert also took care of your Uber and Lyft account. Am I correct? Yes. And now, did you testify and told the jury that Robert prevented you from going to work? Yes, he did not. What job did you want to work? I told him that I wanted to work any job. What skills do you have? I have never worked a job before. And you wonder why she never worked a job before, people? The reason why she never worked a job before, because her parents did not want her to get a job. They wanted her to come up off of Robert Sylvester Kelly. And this is why I say, what parents? This is why I say, what parents? What parents? And moderators, mods, if somebody come in the room, file, y'all better use y'all power, get them out, because I'm not looking in the chat. I'm looking over this document right now, this transcript. And this is why I said, what parent does that to their child or their teenager? What parent does that? This is why I said that. I thought we were supposed to teach our kids to get a job, not to depend on a man, this, that, and the other. That's why she said she never worked a job, because their parents did not want her to work a job. They wanted her to work on R. Kelly and getting money from him. But she was getting $5,000 a month in her account, and her parents didn't want getting shit in their account. This is where all the hate and mad and angry shit came with the parents to get revenge, because they orchestrated the whole thing. I told him I wanted to work any job. What skills do you have? I never worked a job before. You asked your brother to help you get a job. Am I correct? I don't recall that. Isn't the fact that you asked Manny to get you a job paying around $28 per month? No, I don't remember. And isn't the fact that Manny responded to you and told you, the court, can I see the part at the sidebar? We don't need the court reporter. Discussion off the record. May I continue, Your Honor? Yes, go ahead. Mr. Cannon. While we look for that, I'll move on to something else. The court, okay. Now, you testified and told the jury yesterday that Mr. Kelly did not celebrate holidays. Do you remember telling us that? The clerk, the jurors can't hear you. Do you remember telling us yesterday about Mr. Kelly not celebrating holidays? I believe I said that they were delayed, but yes. Well, do you recall the text exchange between you and one of your friends, and the friends asked you, what did Mr. Kelly get you for Christmas? I believe that's something that I could have talked about. Yes. And do you remember telling your friends that you got a lot of clothes, shoes, heels, sneakers, the new Jordans that dropped on Christmas too, and a big ass new iPad Pro? Yes, I do. Those were Christmas gifts. Am I correct? Yes, they were. Now I'm going to ask you, yesterday, a trip to the beach with Mr. Kelly. Remember asking you that? Yes. You said you didn't go. No, we did go. You did go. Your Honor, I'm going to ask this to be marked as Defense Exhibit X for identification. The court, sure, I'm showing you what's been marked as Defense Exhibit X for identification. Do you recognize it? Yes, I do. What do you recognize to be? It is me and defendant. Where? At the beach of North that I have found. You found this beach. Yes, I did. You mentioned to him that you wanted to go after months. Yes, I did. Well, my question is, did you tell him that you found a beach and you wanted to go to the beach? Yes, I did. He took you to the beach. Yes. Your Honor, may we publish to the jury? The court, sure. I'm going to ask you that this be marked Defense W for identification. Do you recognize it? Yes, I do. What do you recognize to be? Me and defendant in this picture? Yes. Mr. Cannon, I'm going to offer the Defense Exhibit W. Ms. Gaddis, no objection. The court, all right. That's an evidence. Defense Exhibit W so marked. Mr. Kennedy, may we publish? The court, yes. Okay, this is a lie. Your Honor, may we have a minute to adjust to figure out something? Sure. By Mr. Kennedy, I'm going to show you the court. Put on your microphone what's have been marked as defense youth identification and ask you to take a look at these pages and let me know if you recognize them. You don't need to read them. Just see if you recognize them. Yes, I do recognize this. What do you recognize it to be? This is my handwriting. If that's what you're asking me. Well, is it something you wrote? She says yes. Mr. Kennedy, I'm going to offer a defense to you for identification and evidence. The court, any objection is guidance. I just want you to see what it is. No objection. Mr. Kennedy, I spare you reading this time. The court, okay. Defenses of you were receiving evidence. Mr. Kennedy, let me show you what's been marked as defense exhibit Y for identification. Do you recognize it? Yes, I do. What do you recognize to be? My handwriting. Was it your letter that you wrote? Yes. All for this as defense exhibit Y into evidence. No objection. No objection. Sorry, the court. Okay, it's in evidence. I'm going to ask you read it again loud and slowly. And while I sit here, while she reads the court, how long will it be? It depends on how long it takes her to read. The court, it's in evidence anyway. Can I just see counsel? I don't need the court reporter. 1 second. The court, all right. The lawyers want to read the document. Okay, all right. Brother, reason. Now listen, y'all. I want to say this real quick. After I read this letter, listen to me real good. After I read this letter, I'm going to have to go because I have an appointment that I'm late for. I have to go to therapy. You know, again, I have to do a wedding today. So I may continue this tomorrow, but I'm going to get this letter out the way, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy Smackdown Memory Lane because I feel it's needed. And I'm reading on pick two nations from my channel. Okay, we took them 2 people. 2 people. 2 people. So get ready. All right. Brother, the reason I haven't been texting you or calling you because of a few reasons. Number one is because I had to take my time and really think about everything Mom and Papa's done to try and ruin happiness. Number two, I came at that Florida to see you because I wanted to give us a chance as brother and sister to see if I could trust you and confide in you. Seeing as though I can't do that with Mom and Pops. On top of all that, I really had missed you. But none of this means anything if you're going to act like them and try to talk me out of being happy, because that's exactly what I am with Robert. That should be a free R. Kelly right there. And no matter what you should, and no matter what, that you should be respected. Even if someone doesn't like it, sorry. And no matter what, that should be respected. Even if someone doesn't like it. You have idea what Pop and Mom's tried to. She meant to say you have no idea about what Mom and Pops tried to do to Robert in the beginning. They literally used me to lure him in so they could blackmail him and do all the shit they're doing right now. And the reason that I know this is because I was getting it. Mr. Canick, could you slow down a little bit? Objection. Why did you let me manage that part? Okay, sorry. Okay, keep reading. But don't go too fast. The witness. Okay. I'm going to back it up a little bit. They literally used me to lure him in so they could blackmail him and do all the shit they were doing right now. And the reason is because I was getting ready to go along with their BS as well. But the only reason I was going to do it is because I liked him and thought he was interesting. But once I came across him and got to know him, my friendship and love for him became genuine because he showed me nothing but love, and respect. period, free R. Kelly. He's a real person. He's fun. He has nothing but respect when he came to meet mom and pops and even you. Period. Free R. Kelly. But unfortunately, mom and pops never changed their mind or hearts about what it is they wanted from him. Because mom continued to nag me about sleeping with him and trying to get me to take as many pictures and videos as I could of him, because let me go back. My apologies. He's a real person. He's fun, and he has nothing but respectful. He has nothing but, she means to say he was nothing. Okay, he was nothing but respectful when he came to meet mom and pops and even you. But unfortunately, mom and pops never changed their minds or heart about what it is they wanted from him, because mom continued to nag me about sleeping with him and trying to get me to take as many pictures and videos as I could of him and me, because she said to me she wanted to use those pictures and videos to blackmail him in case he didn't want to do what they asked of him. Period. Right there, lock up the parents. Right there, free R. Kelly. Right there, subpoena the parents. Right there, free R. Kelly. I'll read it again for you slow ass people. He's a real person. He's fun. He was nothing but respectful when he came to meet mom and pops and even you. But unfortunately, mom and pops never changed their minds or hearts about what it is they wanted from him, because mom continued to nag me about sleeping with him and trying to get me to take as many pictures and videos as I could of him and me, because she said to me she wanted to use those pictures and videos to blackmail him in case he didn't want to do what they asked of him. I'm going to say again, free R. Kelly. Mom and pops even told me in the beginning to lie about my age, because they said if he knows that I'm 17, he wouldn't even mess with me at all. And this goes back into this transcript where we go back earlier up what I've read already, where she said mama wanted him to believe she was 17. Go back to the Bajee transcript. Mama pretended to be R. Kelly, said she was 18. You know what I'm saying? So I lied and said I was 18. As a matter of fact, Ma told me to go to this hotel room, wearing something tight and sexy, something that make me look grown, and she wanted me to be all over him sexually and stuff. That goes back to the Bajee motion that she just put in, the text messages she read. It corresponds, and what this in the transcript, this show Azriel Clary's behavior as a mother, her thought process as a mother to a daughter. But she sits in an interview on Sons and says she regrets buying those tickets and she would have did something different as a mother. But as a mother, it showed that she wouldn't have done nothing different. She kept wanting her daughter to lie, kept wanting her daughter to seduce R. Kelly, kept wanting her daughter to fuck R. Kelly, kept wanting her daughter to do things with R. Kelly, take pictures with R. Kelly, videos with R. Kelly, so she can blackmail R. Kelly, get what she want out of R. Kelly, so they can get what they want out of R. Kelly. Somebody put in the chat, subpoena the parents, lock the parents up, free R. Kelly. This is an extortion plot, people. It don't take a rocket science to believe this. Stevie Wonder can put his hands on the screen and read these lines and tell you himself this was nothing but an extortion, blackmail, scheming plot. But honestly, when I got there, I felt stupid when I walked in the room because he wasn't even coming on to me. So I started switching up plan and telling him about myself. We talked about music. I told him that I sing but nothing serious. But even though mom and pops want that for me, I just wanted 100% sure she said I wasn't 100% sure that that's what I wanted for me. However, we were talking. Someone started banging on the door. And when Rob looked through the peephole, he said it was 4 police outside the door. Then he got him in, and they asked me my name and how old I was, and I my name, and I lied and told them I was 18. The reason I did that is because Mom and Pops had already told me to tell Robert I was 18, and which I did. So I would have sounded stupid saying that to the police I was 17 right in front of Rob. Let me read that again. However, while we were talking, someone started banging on the door, and when Rob looked through the peephole, he said it was 4 police men outside the door. Then he let them in, and they asked me my name and how old I was. I gave them my name, and I lied and told them I was 18. So what the fuck is these policemen at that particular time? The reason I did that because Mama and Papa, not just Mama, I read it again, and let me stroll it up to you slow people. The reason I did that is because Mama and Papa Bear, Mama Bear and Papa Bear, okay, had already told me to tell Robert I was 18. Not just Alice, she told the daddy too. The daddy told her too. She said this. This is black and white. Free R. Kelly. This in black and white. This in black and white. The implications of the parents is in black and white. The reason I did that is because Ma and Pops had already told me to tell Robert I was 18, which I did, so I would not sound stupid. Telling the police I was 17 right in front of Rob. So they told me my mom and dad was looking for me and was worried for me. Now I'm gonna stop right there. Go back to the Bonjean motion where the mama wanted to go to the daughter to go to the hotel and do all this type of shit, slap, lap dance, all that bullshit. We already went through that yesterday. We already know what it is today. I'm trying to speed up because I have an appointment. I'm missing them late. And I knew right away that was a lie because they're the ones that told me to go to this room. They also told the police on the speakerphone I was 18 and old enough to make my own decisions, which is why the police left and there was no problems. Now, I really have to make a phone call. So I'm not just not going to make my call, but it's okay. I can tell them I'm going to be late. Give me 1 second. Pardon me, y'all. I'm doing a lot of reading. All right, here we go, y'all. Let me put you on mute. I'm gonna finish this. I really need to get this message out to the people. Back down memory lane. Give me 1 second. I'm good, y'all. I got time today. I rescheduled. Let me make sure. Okay, there's another reason I know that they were trying to set up, but offer the police. But after the police came in the room and saw that there wasn't any wrongdoings going on, mom and pop realized that their plan pretty much didn't work. So obviously they decided to back off their plan at that time. Brother, I'm telling you the truth. I cannot make this up. Then later on, after that, I started getting to know him, and when I met him and becoming friend, I started to develop feelings for him, and from being excited to around R. Kelly to celebrity, fall in love with, even though I wanted to have sex with him, and actually ended towards that. I read this already, The more that happened, the more I started feeling like a hoe because I started realizing that my own parents were just using me, my vagina to get money. I read that already, and the pieces I decided that day when I was in Chicago to tell him that, and she said. And when it finally hit me hard, it broke my heart. That's why I ended that on my IG. And it goes on to say, broke my heart into pieces. And I decided that day, while I was in Chicago, to tell him the truth. Even though I was scared that he might not want to be around me, it was something I knew I had to do because I felt really nasty on the inside. I realized that at the moment, and that I am nothing like mom and pops. I also realized that at the moment is that I am nothing like mom and pops. Now I want to pause there and say free R. Kelly, because if you wasn't like your mama and your pops, how would you let them coerce you into doing these things to R. Kelly? If you weren't like your mom and your pops, how you start working with the government to help convict this man? I don't get that part. So anyway, he was not mad about it. For one, because we hadn't done anything sexual. But he tell me I had to go home right away. And I cried so bad. And the only reason he was able to calm me down is by telling me the only way I could possibly be there in Chicago, that my parents was up here with me, where they signed some kind of consent saying that it's okay for me to be there. So long story short, brother, I told mom and pops that, and they didn't even hesitate. They took me to Florida Educational Department to get me pulled out of school and enrolled on to online school. Damn. They then took me to the county clerk's office, got the consent form, signed and notarized by the state of Florida. It said they give their parental rights away for me to be in Chicago. And I remember being happy, being mad and happy at the same time. So I'm going to pause because when I read shit like this, they went to the clerk's office, they got shit notarized. For her to be around R. Kelly, why the fuck is this man locked up? Explain to me. If they went to get shit notarized, they went to the clerk's office. They went to do all this shit, consent forms from the state of Florida, giving up their parental rights and all this shit. Why the fuck is R. Kelly locked up again? And the reason I was mad is because I was saying to myself, what kind of parents would sign a 17-year-old daughter away to be in Chicago by herself, be with someone they never met or even got to know? And the reason I was happy was because, honestly, by this time, even though Rob didn't know it, but I had fallen in love with him. And I wanted to be around him for that reason. And seeing what mom and pops had done to me, having a clear understanding of them trying to use me for their own financial gain. I wanted to be far away from them as possible because all mom would ever do is talk on the phone and threaten me, cuss me out. She would tell me that they were going to destroy R. Kelly's career through social media, talk shows, I read all this. But I didn't tell Robert stuff in fear. He would send me back home because I knew he would not want to deal with all that. Papa actually started asking Bob to use the lightning. I read all that shit. La, 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 la. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go to the good part. Here we go to the good part. Then Mom and Pops came to me and tried to get me to convince Robert to team up with them and put his name and logo on a dildo that had a Bluetooth and would play his music while people had sex. And I told him I was not going to ask him about that because I was uncomfortable having that kind of combo with him. And besides, I thought it was a ridiculous idea. So they decided to bring dildos. I can't make this shit up. They started bringing dildos to his show. After the shows was over, Mom and Pops backstage with R. Kelly. And Mom pulled a dildo out in front of me and everybody trying to get Bob to sign a letter of consent about being in business with them. God damn. All this shit that I'm reading right now, y'all really should be enough to found this man not guilty, man, because it showed that the parents were actually had a whole hidden agenda. So they decided to bring dildos to his show. After the show was over, Mom and Pop was backstage with R. Kelly and Mom pulled a dildo out in front of me and everybody trying to get Rob to sign a letter of consent about being in business with them. And out of respect for them, because they were my parents, he took the paper, but did not sign. And later on, and told him he didn't feel comfortable being part of something like that. And that's another thing they did not like. And I remember my telling Mom and me that she didn't care if we had sex or whatever because I'm grown and can do whatever I want. And by this time, I was 18. She said, just let her be a driver. And that didn't happen at the time. I've been to multiple shows living in Chicago by that time. And I was continue to be threatened by Mom because she was not getting any money from Robert or me. I told her several times while I was even 18 that we were not even doing anything sexually, and that she would just really angry with me when I would tell her that. She got so angry, and I don't even think she realized that she was texting all of those threats and what she would do. But she even text Robert, since you're fucking my daughter, you need to send $20,000 to this bank account, and then $10,000 every month after. Now I want to pause right there. Because I'm not the smartest nigga. I ain't the dumbest nigga. If this is true, what Azriel said, she got so angry that I don't even realize that she was texting all of those threats and what she was doing. But she even texted Rob. Now I'm going to pause. I said some people going to be mad at me. She even texted Rob. Since you fucking my daughter, you need to send $20,000 to this bank account and 10 every month after. Now, if those words are true, I said I ain't the smartest nigga, but I ain't the dumbest motherfucker either. If these words are true of what Azriel has said, why is this man locked up? And if these words are true, why they can't subpoena these text messages from Alice's phone? Somebody say, DJ, talk your shit. I know I'm gonna make some people mad. I believe it's more text messages to come. Here goes the extortion plots. This is why, listen. Sometimes it's good to go back down Beverly Lane. Yeah, I remember that. Listen, y'all. Listen to me real good. If she's saying her mom texted R. Kelly, since you fucking my daughter, you need to send $20,000 to this bank account. Why they can't subpoena those text messages? Why they can't go back to her wireless provider and get those text messages? Somebody put free R. Kelly. Lock them parents up. Subpoena them parents. Extortion plot. I ain't no dumbass nigga. Y'all can't get mad at me because they daughter put this shit out here. To be mad at me, you need to be mad at Azriel. She the one said this shit to her brother. I didn't. I'm just reading this shit. Just like Abbott's was. He said, brother, I don't need to say anything else at this point except after they realized they were not going to get any money out of him or me. That's when they started teaming up with the Scientists and started telling all these lies on social media about R. Kelly. They started digging in his past, finding old videos that are mad that things didn't work out between R. Kelly and them playing the concerned parent role, acting like their daughter is missing, and sex codes and all the other lies. Started digging in his past, finding old girlfriends that are mad that things didn't work out between R. Kelly and them playing the concerned parent role, acting like their daughter's missing, held captive in sex codes and all the other lies. They start promising all of these broke ass females from his past, that they were going to get money with deals. Reality shows basically be famous if they came forth and said something bad about R. Kelly. They would even coach them on what to say. But I have never been any of those things. As a matter of fact, since I've been with him, it was told for the last time, I'm happy with Bob. I'm happy with R. Kelly, or whatever else you want to call him, and I wouldn't trade him for nothing in the world. Now, people can believe that or not, but because I honestly don't care what they hear, they believe at this point because I'm totally over it. Thank you. Now, during the time you stayed with R. Kelly and the other girlfriends, were there wellness checks by the police? Yes, there was. Wellness checks in Chicago? Yes. Wellness checks in Atlanta? Yes. The wellness checks, that's where someone from law enforcement comes, they speak to you privately, and they either take action or they leave. Am I correct? It was never private, but yes, you're correct. And you had also wellness checks by Homeland Security. Am I correct? I don't remember. I have nothing further, Your Honor. Okay, examination judge. Yes, I do have, and I offer to go ahead. No, this is something that the court and I think reserving the rule with respect to the videos. H and I, I'm going to offer them an evidence at this time. Audio, any videos as well. Yeah, as long as they were direct on it. Yeah. I thought she admitted that she made the statement. That's why I'm not sure. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, then we got that out the way. The thing I'm going to be stuck on now is a lot of sidebars talks. I'm going to get to sidebars. Man, they say we got videos of her twerking on the floor. Man. Man. Mm. So I read this shit. Okay. Let's do this. In that. Give me 1 second. I'm about to close out. I changed my appointment, and I'm literally about to just like get some rest. I have a wedding to do. So I'm about to get ready to pick a couple of people to get the stats at. Excuse me. I'm about to pick a couple of people real quick. In a second. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. I just found the listen. I know they was talking about me yesterday on Andy Walker channel about me taking a picture in the courtroom. I found the ticket. Wow, look at God. When I was cleaning up yesterday, I found the ticket. I'm gonna put the ticket number up there. But here's the ticket. Still have it. Still have it. Here's the ticket that I got. I only got one ticket. I got the ticket for what did it say? Taking a photo within prohibited federal court. That's what it got. Taking a picture prohibited by federal court. That's what they charge me. Taking a photo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it. This was 4/13/20 and 9/30. I only had one ticket. One ticket. And the ticket was $175. That's all it was. Just $175. That's all it was. Let me see. I need to bring some tissue. Hold on. No, I ain't gonna have to prove. I just happen to look, because y'all ain't see my crib. It's clean. It's cleaned up. So I was throwing a lot of stuff away, and I actually stumbled across the ticket. I'm gonna show you. Crib clean, kitchen clean. Boy. Yeah. And so before I do that, before I announce the two people, I want to talk about uh, Angie Walker, since she seemed to be excited about me. I understand they was laughing and stuff. That's cool. That's cool. But I get it. She has to be used for the distraction of getting things out when it comes to Angela Clary. I understand that. And they have to use her platform in order to distract the R. Kelly supporters. They have to use drama on her channel. They got to laugh. They got to joke. They got to do all of these things to distract people uh, from the R. Kelly fight. Let me tell you what I recognize. Here's what I recognize. Angie is on to divide and conquer. Pick that. So anybody that associate themselves with me on my channel, she wants them on their channel so she can try to get some response or get me to go off the people who've been on her channel. I pick that. That's not going to work. Not with me. So I know what she do now. She want R. Kelly supporters to be on her channel, the ones that fuck with me or have fucked with me, so she can get make me react a certain way or be a certain type of way. Big as hell. I don't have to be them people. They do what they want to do. But I know what I'm going to do, what I do. That's all I'm concerned about is me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that's how you get people. You get people on your channel to, I don't know if you want to try to think you're making me upset or want me to get into it with them because they've been on the channel. But I peep your strategy. Try to move them over to you, shit like that. I peep your strategy. But let me let you know this today. Your strategy don't work. So you can go live, y'all can talk about me, y'all can laugh about me. Kelly, your bitch ass will never be YTF. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to continue to be what we're about. And we don't have to fuck with you. For real. So your plan failed. But then I still got my message out about Alice, Azriel, and Angelo. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at your tricks. I ain't mad at your manipulation of the people. I ain't mad at you trying to be cool with people that's cool with me. I know how the enemy works. Maybe some of them don't, but I do. And believe me, when I say this, I truly believe R. Kelly is coming home. I truly believe that the parents could possibly still brought up on charges. For real. If they always talk about ain't no limitations to this, that, and the other, and they can always go back and this and that, I believe they can go back and lock them goddamn parents up, show their involvement in this shit. So these two things can happen. Either let R. Kelly go, or they lock them parents up and charge them too. It's only two things can happen. That's all can happen, y'all. Either they lock them parents up and charge them, or they let R. Kelly go on the technicalities of the whole fucking fucked up shit. What? We ain't going down without a fight. You think that's a terrorist threat, stupid ass Levi? Stop lying to them people over there, man. You lie so much. You finding some shit off of Google, posting on your community post, truck driver bullshit you talking about. Man, you so stupid that they would believe anything this stupid, dumb, slow motherfucker would say to them. Just because a motherfucker got a voice don't mean it's their voice. It don't mean they're smart. If I dated Jay, this 2020 ain't even started yet. That nigga's being investigated for the motherfucking R. Kelly Defense Fund, allegedly. So, Dana, you will have a whole lot of you have a whole lot of shit to do. I see y'all was on Andy's channel. One try to put it off on the other. They try to talk about the defense fund. Try to deter themselves from the dollar for the scheme. It's gonna all fall down on you niggas. Give it some time. Dana for sure. Allegedly. Supposed to be investigated, man. Gotta go. We'll see how that fall out. Yeah. Jim need to be locked up too for the slam. Yeah, the R. Kelly Porters is easy to be distracted because they want to get off the principle of the thing. You know, I get distracted, I get back on point because I already know how the thing works. Check them and fuck them. I ain't got nothing to say about them. Y'all can talk about me. Keep sending me subscribers over here. Keep sending people go look at my page. If you ain't like my page, like my page. You know, you ain't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because they blowing me the fuck up. Every time they talk about me, I get some more subscribers. I get some more people on IG, and I most definitely get some more motherfucking money like I'm finna get in the next 4 hours, 3 hours. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna stop being me. I'm not gonna backpedal. I don't do none of this shit. I'm good. No, I didn't. Send it to me. Dana. Yeah, ain't his goddamn cousin. They laughing. Levi making up shit as he go along. And I be saying to myself, where do they get these people from, man? I ain't got nowhere. Ain't no motherfucker knocking on this door. Trust them to be that. Unless they bringing me something to eat. Unless they grub or some shit. All right, I'll check it out. But I understand Azriel was on live on her IG. Now let me explain to some of y'all how this go. You know the reason why she get on IG, y'all now? Y'all know why she got on IG, right? She got on IG because she knows some shit about to hit the fan. She know it. She know it. So they always want to try to run that R. Kelly got supporters still stalking them. R. Kelly still got, they looking for that shit. That shit played out. Y'all didn't play, they can play that shit out. I don't know what she said. Don't really give a fuck about what she said. Don't even care. But what I do know is this here, that's the purpose of her coming out. Yeah, she wanted people to attack her. Yeah. We're clock.
I don't give a fuck about the studio. 250,000. We're gonna. A lot of shit we don't talk about. Shit. He wouldn't even be in that. He wouldn't even be in that shit. He could pay 250,000 and took his ass home and had a good night's sleep. Y'all don't know what I would do for my daughter, and I don't give a fuck about the studio. 250,000. We're gonna. A lot of shit we don't talk about. Shit. He wouldn't even be in that. He wouldn't even be in that shit. He could pay $250,000 and took his ass home and had a good night's sleep. Y'all don't know what I would do for my daughter, and I don't give a fuck about the studio. 250. Y'all don't know what I would do for my daughter, and I don't give a fuck about the studio. 250,000. We gonna. A lot of shit we don't talk about. Shit. He wouldn't even be in that. He wouldn't even be in that shit. He could pay $250,000 and took his ass home and had a good night's sleep. Y'all don't know what I would do for my daughter, and I don't give a fuck about the studio. 250.
Yeah. Okay. Now, looking in this chat today. Today, I pick, let's see. Dash, it's your time. It's your time, Dash. It's your time. Today, I picked Dash to receive Kevin's blessing. And I also picked Dash. Is, let me see if you're still in this chat. Let's see. You're a female. Stop lying. Stop lying. And Dash are the two people who receive cash apps from my channel. Somebody put their cash apps up. I say every time I go live, when I get people chat, you're gonna be a blessing to people, man. Especially if you like my commentary. If you ain't no hater, then you should be able to donate. Period. Yeah. Dash and stop lying. I need their cash apps in there side by side so I can leave it up. If you like this live on the day, hit that like button. Donate to Dash. Donate to Stop Lying. Those are the two that I picked in my live today. Again, I'm going to continue to bring nothing but the truth to my channel. Like my channel, subscribe, follow me on IG. I don't need no cash app. I'm good. I'm making money. I can't say it enough. It's just in my DNA. I don't got time to hate. I got money to make, but I'm still focused on this whole R. Kelly bullshit the same way I was before I was getting cash stuff in 2019. So I'm going back to that. So I'm good. I'm good in me. My heart. So Dash, what's your cash app, bro? And stop lying. What's your cash app? And it's how you bless somebody. And I want to thank everybody for coming to the line. Now, don't just leave, y'all. Man, like I say, $5 or $10, each one of y'all donate. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a blessing to them. It could be some blessing to their gas. It could be a blessing to whatever. They might want some cigarettes. They might want some weed. Yeah. Let me get the head of that shit. Nah, I'm just kidding. But let me see. What's your cash app? That's your cash app. Stop lying. Yeah. 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 You're welcome. Stop lying. Put your cash app up there. Need everybody to donate. Dash said he don't need it. All right, Dash. Dash, that's what's up. So I tell you what, Dash, since you don't need it, I want you to pick somebody else to bless. Okay? We're going to do that way. See, I'm a fair guy. So if you don't need it, Dash, pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. You pick somebody. In the meantime, while he picks somebody else, y'all donate to Mike, to, what's that, Michael, MC, something you. Stop lying. Hold on one second. Boy, you talk about promotion. I'm about to get a promotion, y'all. What I don't see what the truth is saying. 'Cause 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 Oh, they go to haters. Look at the haters. Look at all my haters coming out. They mad at me, boy. Hey, listen. Y'all ain't stopping no show. Yeah, them haters coming in, y'all. That's who you gave it to, bro. Y'all donate to I don't even know what the truth put in the chat. I don't really care. Them haters, let them. Hey, man, they come and they go. That's all part of life, man. It says next part. Everybody send the stop line. Send the stop line. I'm gonna stay on here for like good 10 minutes, y'all, so we can get all this squared away, man, because I want people to be a blessing. I'm being a blessing by doing this, so I don't even know what people talking about. I don't even have cash app, so they can just stop playing. I don't even use my cash app like that. So stop it. Yeah. So quit playing with the sales. Quit playing with the sales. I just use cash. No cash. Cash. You want to see haters? I can show you, man. I can tell you. Cash, not cash. Who did he say? They put their okay. Native One. There you go, Native One. Everybody know they $5 to $10, whatever you can. It's appreciated, y'all. May God bless you tenfold. Let it continue to bless me as well. I got a wedding, and I just got off the phone, man, with an owner. So that's gonna do some things too. Somebody just called for my advice, so yeah, do it tomorrow. Sit down. Yeah, man, you just gotta have a vision, man. When people see that you got a vision, they believe in your vision. We gonna make some things happen great, man. We gonna make some things happen great. Uh, yeah, I got some ideas. I got some great ideas, man. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's Native One. Native One. Yeah. Just got out the phone. Y'all. Got some more good news. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Yeah. It's about elevation. So I'm excited. So that's why I say I ain't tripping up no damn cash app. I told people, man, it's gonna get greater. So get greater. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Everybody donate to Native One and stop lying. Could y'all put their cash app side by side, please? I need their cash app side by side. We not paying the haters no mind, y'all. So this is what we're gonna have to start doing, y'all. When the haters come in the chat, thank you, Trina. When the haters come in the chat, y'all, block them Don't even respond to them. We gonna act like we ain't even seen them. Just go keep the ball rolling. That's the way we can not even giving them no attention. Let them come in, say what they say, block them. Just block them, keep it going. Yeah. Can I get both of their cash up side by side, please? I want to post it up one more time, and then I'm gonna close y'all out with something. Yeah, I'm gonna close y'all with something. Give me a second. Let me look it up. That's how you make your enemy mad. I would go sing with Dr. Rogers, but nah, I'm gonna do something different. Yeah, I'm gonna take videos of the wedding too, y'all. Y'all gonna see in a second. I'm gonna have to get some rest. It's 3 o'clock. I'm at 2 hours of sleep. Get some rest. I got some of the coolest friends. Associates. You know, what I learned about in Houston, man, what I learned about in Houston is like that you be real with yourself, you be real with people, you can always go back to them no matter what. No matter what. And tomorrow, I have a special guest on my live. Y'all have to come and see. Let's see who all remember this. Somebody put their cash app up. Let me highlight that real quick. Let me highlight their cash apps. Let me put their cash apps up real quick. I need it side by side. Somebody put it up there already? All right, there they go, y'all. And then let me close out with this. Y'all donate, support the people. Remember this?
He reunited with his daughter, and they immediately began to repair a strained father-daughter relationship. Azriel, at the time, seemed to still hold on to a resentment built on everything she had just gone through.
I think we still have to address the elephant in the room. We haven't really taken that time, to do so.
It's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter, getting an understanding that she.
One cash app, the first cash app is stop lying. And the first cash app is Native One. The second cash app is stop lying. Those are the two people today. I haven't got a time yet. I gotta set the time up, y'all. Maybe about 3 o'clock. Maybe at 3. Come on tomorrow. So we'll probably about 3 o'clock. Yeah. Let me close out with this.
She was good. Through all the back and forward, the talk, the media, everything. You got painted a picture. So what I needed was confirmation from my daughter.
I understand that, and I respect that completely. But I feel like for me, where it was so hard for me and why I continue to not have communication with my family is because this Lifetime documentary stuff just happened within the last 2 years. And then out of nowhere, these last 2 years, you hear, oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, that is happening. I just feel like, how can you be oblivious to the years that I was okay and just snap, oh my God, I need to know where my daughter's at. She's this, she's that. I need to make sure she's okay. Like, I've been okay for 3 years prior. That's where I drew my line, because at that point, I was an adult. And at that point, I felt like I was okay. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that. I just really couldn't.
And that's fair. But what you gotta understand is, we haven't talked to you after 16. That's when you graduated. That's when things went blank.
It didn't go blank, but communication slowed down because at that point I was an adult.
Exactly. There was never no black community. I could show you text messages over and over.
But that's to him.
To him, to your phones, to everybody's phone.
And I don't call you guys.
No, I have received on an Apple. I don't have Apple phones.
I would call you guys. Don't paint no picture. Like, I have not talked to you guys in over a year because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. And when I would call you guys would be yelling. You guys would be cursing me out. Mommy would be yelling at the top of her lungs.
Yeah.
And so what I would do, I'd say, okay, I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 months. And then hopefully you just miss me so much that you just want to talk and your arms are open. And eventually it got to that. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer than I anticipated.
As a parent, guess what if you did for 4 or 5 months and we didn't hear from you? How did we know?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Before graduation, I was not even checking in every day then.
Yeah, well, as I talk to you about, you'll be like, Dad, I'm busy. I'll call you back. It was no more, you wasn't talking, but you was texting. And if you're free, you don't call me, hey, Dad, what you doing?
But I didn't do it every day. Now, don't pay no picture like I do every day. Now, maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks or so.
I didn't have to call you every day.
Okay, so why, when I become 18, 19, 20, 21, I gotta check in with y'all every day?
Where do you get that from?
Your wife. This is what you don't understand.
What?
Your wife called me, my mother, saying, oh, there's a lot of rumors going around. I need you to call me every single day. I need to hear your voice every day. I need you to check in with me every day. I said, first of all, I haven't been doing that for these first couple years. So now that I'm an adult, I'm definitely not about to check in with you every day. And that's what started it all. Because of her pride and my pride.
So what does that have to do with me?
You're attached to her. That's your wife.
That's your wife.
So I became the enemy with your dispute.
Because when I was talking to you, you would be young too.
Because if you say your beef was with your mother, then you said, oh,
I feel like it was with both of you guys because, like I said, both you and her, when I would call, it was nothing but argument.
I wasn't never present with you and your
No.
mother. I was never present with you and your mother. That's why I never knew when you and your mother talked. What I did was found out when your mother told me she talked to you and y'all argued or whatever, and I would call you. And you would have the same attitude you and her left with towards me.
Yes, I would.
Okay, but I didn't have anything to do with that. So therefore, give me a chance to pick what side of you and who's right and wrong. You came at me aggressive because of you and her.
This is not it because I know your wife confides in you and I know she's going to explain it to you.
Exactly. But she's not giving me everything evidently because
so as you can see, the elephant still needs to be addressed.
But this is the thing.
Which will be addressed.
What I'm telling you, don't merge us. Like I never merged you. See, I could have been one of the parents that just felt victim. I made sure you stayed in the right. Because once you miss, yes, I know that how much you love your father. So for me not to talk to you for these terms and these times, it's a problem. I don't need to talk to you every day, but I need you to check in and let me know, hey, Dad, I'm fine. So when it comes to me having to track, run, and travel, and do all this, it's a problem, man. Especially when I talk to your other half at that time. He make it seem like it's a game. And you ain't gonna play games with me with my chat. So the difference was with him, he wasn't dictating that to you. So that's where me and his war started. If he was dictating it to you, you could have put it off by calling me saying, hey, Dad, it ain't like that, I'm good, this and that.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Robert would ask me to call you guys, and no matter what city we were in, he would say, is this your father's number or is this your mother's number? And it would say, call me. And I would say, yes, that is my father's number. He's like, you need to call him. And I would say, I'm not going to call him. Because at that point, the only thing I get is bickering every time I pick up the phone. So if I can avoid it, if I can enjoy myself in this nice little penthouse while we're in New York for the weekend, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It was very suffocating because I was an adult at the end of the day, period. And like I said, I'm not obligated to answer anyone. I know that you are my father and I love you dearly, but if I was a homeless person on the street right now with a cell phone and I did not want to call you, I would have that right. Now, would it make it right? Probably not, but I am obligated to that right if I don't want to.
But me as your father, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hunt every street, every corner, every curve, every bridge until I find you. Because
I feel like I'm looking for hope. It's very hard. I've spent my last years with this man, so it's not something that I can just turn on and off. It's devastating. I feel like I'm a very intelligent, smart, bright 21-year-old. I'm definitely young, but I'm very mature in spirit. And I just feel like, anyone who thinks that I'm brainwashed and not, smart enough to make my own decisions, I just feel like that determines how, their mentality. That's not something I can control, but I know that I'm very smart and I know that I'm intelligent. So, Rob, our last conversation that I had with him in Chicago, he inspired me and told me, Bear, just do what makes you happy. He told me to continue to pursue my dreams, pursue whatever I want to pursue. And that's really all that I would be able to do. It feels like a high. It feels like, you're in love, you're happy to be in love, and you feel like no matter what you go through with this person, it's worth going through because there's no other person you would want to go through this with. And that's with, you being in love with whoever it is. Not just me and Rob personally, but that could be any other person's relationship. You just feel like no matter what, the good or the bad, you want to go through it with that person. I feel like, truthfully, all of the women that have been associated with Robert, I feel like this is me personally. Once they saw him as a celebrity, not as a human being. They did not meet him at church. They didn't know him no which way except for as R. Kelly, whether they saw him at a mall, whether they saw him at a movie theater, whether they saw him at a park, whether they saw him at a show. And so, no matter what, all of them met him as a celebrity. And they were infatuated with that celebrity. And because of that, I feel like a lot of them just dated him because of that. Because of who he was, because of the life that he had, because of the life that he could provide them. You know, a lot of them talk about how badly they were tortured, but can you talk about the shopping sprees? Can you talk about you keeping your hair and nails done? Can you talk about all the great times that you had dinner and was spending money and was splurging and was so happy? Because one thing about Robert, he has a very giving heart. And there is no way at all whatsoever that he is a celebrity and he's not giving them a penny to enjoy themselves. And that's where I get so upset, because as a celebrity, he has no reason to keep you kidnapped or keep you tied up. He just has no reason to do that when he can allow you to move freely, take care of you, and still, you know, at the end of the day, whatever will happen, you know. So for people to just say that, you know, oh, I was just kidnapped, or I was tied up, I couldn't leave, I couldn't do this. It's like, what about the good times? I know there were good times.
Again, y'all, and that alone should have been enough. It's a lot of things that could have set R. Kelly free, but the judge was being biased. She didn't want a lot of things to come into play to help this man be vindicated. You know, she was allowing a lot of things to not be used, and I think that was unfair. That he still had the right to defend himself as a man, and things to be shown that he didn't do, as people were saying. So, with that being said,
Show me where you started from.
This DJ Tyson. Yeah. Let's go.
boy, make it come back.
Drove from Chatham all the way up to Houston. God knew what he was doing. Weapon home against the ship prosper. On the road by myself, God said I got you. Friends befriended me, then became my enemies. I was down and out, didn't let it get the best of me. Save my dough, stack my paper, look at me now. Fuck you, haters.
DJ Tyson ain't to be with. The Chicago nigga.